Howdy, friends. Welcome to Let's Playmond with Ted Raymond. A little bit about this. This is something I've wanted to do for a very long time. Do a little Let's Play kind of style thing. And the reason it looks like it does, it's kind of low-tech on purpose. I'll tell this short story. When I was little, we got an NES for Christmas one year. My dad bought it secondhand. We got a bunch of games, a couple of controllers, one of the zapper guns, and one of the games was Final Fantasy, the original on the Nintendo Entertainment System. I wasn't allowed to play it. I was 6 or 7 years old. This was my dad's game. But he let me watch. And so I've been watching Let's Plays since I was a kid, in a sense. And so I wanted to share that experience with everybody through, this is the Pixel Remaster on Switch, of course, because it's 2025. But I thought it would be fun. So let's Playmond. Gotta come up with a party. I always identified with the fighter, or the warrior as he's known in this version. He was my favorite. Could use all the swords, you could wear the best armor. We're gonna give him a heroic name, I think Arthur, for the warrior. Next, I actually want a red mage. This guy's iconic. He has a cool hat. I'm gonna call him Brock. Brock was the name that my dad always gave his red mages. He only had 4 characters to name people in the original, so I'm pretty sure he called him B-R-O-K. But the C was always mentally there, so Brock is the red mage. Next, I actually want to do a monk, or a black belt as he was known. You can see he has a yellow belt here. This is just a pure physical damage class. I like this guy a lot. I'm going to call him Fugen, after a character from Monster Hunter. I think that's a good martial artist name. And finally, we're keeping the black mage. I mean, how can you not? This guy is a classic Final Fantasy character. His name will be Julius. And that'll make sense later, I think. We'll see how it goes. All right, let's get started. The world lies shrouded in darkness. The winds die. The seas rage. The earth decays. But the people believe in a prophecy, patiently awaiting its fulfillment. When darkness veils the world, 4 warriors of light shall come. After a long journey, 4 young travelers did at last appear. And in the hand of each was clutched a crystal. All right, let's Playmond. So they just throw you in. Here we are. Here's the status screen. You actually start off with a little bit of stuff in this version. In the original, you had nothing. But all of this is not very good. But we'll get started. I can change who's on the overworld here very instantly. Leave the fighter there. So this is Castle Cornelia. We begin. The king is searching for the prophesied warriors of light. Those crystals, could it be? The king is searching for the prophesied warriors of light. Those crystals! You must see the king at once. Welcome, travelers. I am told you carry crystals. Is this true? There they are. It's just as Lucan's prophecy foretold. When darkness veils the world, 4 warriors of light shall come. Your Majesty, we cannot be certain that these are the warriors foretold by the prophecy. Yet they stand before us with the crystals. I cannot dismiss this as mere coincidence. Crystal bearers, there is a task I would ask of you. Will you rescue my daughter Sarah? Garland, a knight once in His Majesty's service, has abducted Princess Sarah. I ask for your aid in the name of His Majesty, the King of Cornelia. Garland has taken refuge in the Chaos Shrine, which lies to our north. Of course, we did attempt to save the princess ourselves, but Garland is the finest swordsman in the kingdom. We have none who can match him. I have heard that you wish to journey to the continent to our north. The bridge leading north was lost long ago, making passage impossible. If you can rescue Sarah, I will have the bridge rebuilt as a token of my gratitude. Go now, warriors of light. Do not fail me. So that's the start of the story. They kind of throw you in here. There's not a lot to explain. This is based on, if I remember right, a Dungeons and Dragons campaign. So you kind of have to come up with backstories for these characters yourselves. They're all silent protagonists. There's nothing about them that ever really comes up. And that was kind of the fun part, you know, when you're playing some of these older games where you don't have everything already scripted for you. You sort of make it up on your own. Our reports say that Garland fled north with the princess, to the Chaos Shrine. I wonder if the invisible lady is still here. So in the very original game on the NES, there was a character here who was invisible. You could talk to her. Well, I assume it was a woman. I believe it was revealed that it was supposed to be a female sprite. And she would say just a generic line, but it was just left in there by mistake. She doesn't appear to be here in this one. Garland was once the greatest knight in the kingdom, but power consumed him, and he lost sight of who he really was. Please save Lady Sarah. Her Majesty's overcome with grief. She's shut herself inside her chambers. Please try not to upset her. I am Jane, Queen of Cornelia. Please bring my daughter, my Sarah, back to me safely. One of the options, where's the options menu in this config? One of the options with the pixel remasters is that you can set, I actually want to set the font style to classic. I like that. I can set it to a CRT. I wonder if that looks better on video. Let's try that for a little bit. And I can set this to the original soundtrack. Ooh. I don't know how that looks in the recording. This does not look good on my screen. Was it really this blurry 30 years ago? I'm gonna change that. Yeah, I'll leave it as standard display. This music here for the menu screen, it always made me feel kind of safe, you know? Like, it's like you're taking a bit of a pause from the adventure and you're in this menu screen, and it's just, there's like a coziness to it, right? A kind of safety to it that I always enjoyed. We'll play the remastered music. All right. There's a little bit more to explore in the castle. You can run in this one too. That's handy. This is the other princess. My sister! I want my sister! Oh, I can move diagonally. It's been a long time since I've played Final Fantasy, the original one. I still remember it very, very well. The characters and the story beats and that sort of thing. But I'm kind of rediscovering it for the first time through this, so we'll enjoy that together. Our ancestors sealed weapons within this treasure room 400 years ago. They then gave the key to the Elf King to hold until the coming of the Warriors of Light. This door has been secured with the Mystic Key. He says the same thing. I learned to read off of games like this. You know, watching my dad and listening to it and learning just different words. So this is Cornelia, the City of Dreams. I'm a dancer. What's that? You want to dance with me? In the original, her name was Aralon. I don't know if they give her a name in this one. Let's take a peek at your reflection in the water. Ugh, you're filthy. Use this to wash up. All right, time to get some gear. Welcome. So, we have 500 gil. I'm going to buy 2 rapiers. He has a staff already, but I'm going to get some nunchucks for my monk. And you can equip it right here in the store, which is handy. So the thing with monks, or black belts, is that they're generally supposed to fight unencumbered. You see this, if I remove his clothing armor, he actually gets 2 more points of defense. So we're just going to go ahead and do that. In the original, the shops were just a single menu screen. We get a little bit of interiors with this game. There's not much to it, but it's nice to see that they gave us a room. I'll buy 2 suits of chainmail. Sell these and knives. We could sell this staff as well. All right, good to go. Restore the crystals to grace. In the original game, they were orbs and not crystals. And so this soldier here would say, revive the power of the orbs. I must rescue the princess. This is the white magic store. We're going to buy a cure spell for Brock. He cannot learn the Dia spell, which does damage to undead. But he can learn Protect. I don't know if we'll use that. You know what? I'll give it to him. We don't have a white mage, so we'll learn a little bit of white magic. And we'll pick up some black magic. Let's give him sleep. So he'll be more of the assist type. Lowers one enemy's evasion. Thunder, I definitely want. And we'll give Julius a sleep spell as well. Alright, we're all set. Let's see what else is in town. Who's this guy? Sage Lucan said something about finding the crescent moon, and he just up and left town. That's something to keep in mind for later. The king truly believes in Lucan's prophecy, that the Warriors of Light will come to save the princess. This is a church. There are none in need of my services. Do not lose heart, brave warriors. I can't go and play the piano. This is where you revive party members who have died. I once lived far to the east of here in the harbor city of Provoca. These days I heard it's turned into a pirate's den. Alright, and let's get some items. So we have a lot more items than used to exist. Potions heal a little bit of HP. High potions weren't a thing before, but you get a little bit more HP. Ethers, 1 MP for each magic level, and none of this existed in the past. Phoenix Downs revive your KO'd allies. You had potions, you had antidotes, and you had the sleeping bag, which I believe was the tent, and then the tent was the cottage, and the cottage was the house. And this restores the party's HP, can only be used in the field. So you take a nap before you do go into a dungeon, and that was how you could save on the field in the past, because you had to go to the inn to save. I'll buy a potion. The only way you could save in this game was either by going to the inn or by using a tent, cottage, or house. 30 gil per night. I don't have any money, but I don't need it. And these guys are just tutorial guys. I already know how equipment works, items. Tarry a moment to hear about monsters? Sure. There are many different types of monsters, and different types have different weaknesses. Finding a monster's weakness will help you gain the upper hand in battle. For example, aquatic monsters are susceptible to lightning. Casting thunder on these monsters will deal particularly heavy damage. Some weapons are also more effective against certain monsters. Good to know. There are 2 schools of magic, black and white. White is comprised of healing and defensive spells, while black magic spells are of the offensive variety. Each level of black and white magic contains 4 distinct spells. However, any given character can only learn 3 of the 4 spells of a particular magic level. You can use the Forget command to wipe your memory of any spell you've previously learned. If you want to relearn the spell you've previously forgotten, you can do that too. Try to choose a combination of spells that works well with your fighting style. That's also new. You can forget and relearn spells. Before, once you picked a spell, that was it. You were good to go, and you couldn't change it. So the way magic works in this game is very Dungeons & Dragons. You'll see this level 1. I have 2 uses. I don't have magic points like in future Final Fantasies, so I can cast any of these spells I want, but only twice before I rest. And the same with Julius in battle, Fire, Thunder, Sleep. As you level up, you get more uses, and then of course this game has ethers, so you can restore those. The only way to do that before was cottages and houses. Tents didn't give you magic. Let's put the original soundtrack on for a bit on the field. This is so nostalgic for me. How do I turn the map off? Minimap. There we go. Oh, I can't turn it off. I gotta make it smaller. Alright. Let's go. Goblins. Defend wasn't a command either. But now it is. Well, he ran away. And here we go. This is the Chaos Shrine. Nice. Everybody levels up. Arthur gets a point of strength and a point of luck, and a lot of HP. Wow. 32 HP, so 2 points for Brock. He gets a point of strength. Fugen gets a point of luck, and he almost doubles his HP as well. Julius gets 1 HP and 1 point of intellect. Do we get any more magic? Yes, so now you see, I can cast 3 spells and 1 level 2 spell, which I haven't learned yet. And the same with Julius. Alright, let's go in. This is one of my favorite songs of all time for Final Fantasy, across the entire series. So we have some undead here. Easy peasy. Another cap. So you'll see equipment gives you a little bit of encumbrance. Weight +1. So Arthur's evasion goes down by 1%. But he is designed to take hits. So his defense going up, his evasion going down. He's going to be taking a lot of hits, but he's not going to be taking a lot of damage. So we give him the cap. Ooh. Arthur got paralyzed by that ghoul. Alright, 4 hit points. Point of agility, stamina. Brock gets a couple of hit points and a point of agility. Fugen gets agility and stamina and a few hit points, and Julius gets a point of agility. Leveling up as we go. This is the arrangement of the battle music. Much more dramatic. Okay, get a potion and a tent, easy. The doors over here are locked. Ooh, a Gigasworm. Let's try a fire spell. Ooh, that hurt. Done. You see, that fire spell did a lot of damage. Took 3 of my other guys to take the other one out. Alright. So that restored a little bit of HP, but he's still only got half of what he has. And Arthur's actually looking a little unhealthy as well. So we'll blow the last of Brock's magic. I don't think you're supposed to just kind of like rush straight here. Generally speaking, I believe you're kind of intended to level up a little bit. But we have a tent, so we can go outside and heal. You'll see in the bottom right, there's an auto battle, so I could just have it that he would cast fire again here. But we're just going to do our regular attacks. Ugh. The arrangement of this song is very good too. More of these guys. Alright. Boy, he's gaining HP hand over fist. Luck, strength, stamina, and luck for Brock. Fugen gets a few points of HP, strength, intellect, and luck. He's got 2 points of intelligence now. He's getting smarter. I believe this door is locked. Yes. Oh, that's interesting. The skeleton tried to run away, but failed. I believe this door is locked as well. Yes, it is. Alright. 4 of them. We're spent on magic. So we'll just wail on them. Done. Ooh, a black widow spider, and we were ambushed. We might get poisoned here. Easy enough, but you gotta watch out for spiders. I do not have any antidotes. Okay. Pop a tent here. I think that's ripped straight from Final Fantasy VI, that tent sprite. Save in the overworld. I have a previous save file that I'm not really using, so I'll just save over that. Alright, how are we doing now? So we have all of our magic points. No, we don't. We have some of our magic points back. So the tent only gives you a couple of points. But that should be enough to handle Garland. Garland is right here. Before we fight him, we're just going to chill in this music for a minute. Gives me goosebumps. The king will have no choice but to exchange the kingdom for his daughter's life. Cornelia will be mine. Who's there? Huh. The king's lapdogs. Do you have any idea who you're messing with? You really think you have what it takes to cross swords with me? Very well. I, Garland, will knock you all down. And that was his original line. Boss music wasn't a thing in the original Final Fantasy. I kind of want to hear what the original 8-bit arrangement of this sounds like. Alright, let's go. Let's hit Protect on Fugen. Hit him. And I don't think Sleep will work. We'll just hit him with a fire spell. And we'll protect Julius as well. And let's try Thunder. Ooh, there's a critical. Nice. Alright, we're feeling a little healthier. He's out of magic, so we're just gonna hit. 2 hits, 31. Easy, done. The best swordsman in Cornelia. But we are the Light Warriors, after all. And there's 4 of us. There's only 1 of him. You've come to rescue me. I am Sarah, Princess of Cornelia. Words could never be enough to thank you. It's the first time anyone's ever defeated Garland. You must allow me to show my gratitude. Please accompany me to the castle. Thank you for returning my daughter to my side. There can be no doubt that you are the warriors of light from Lucan's prophecy. You should hear the prophecy in its entirety, if I may. When darkness fails the world, 4 warriors of light shall come. If they cannot gather the shards of light, the darkness will consume all. The 4 crystals will never shine again. Now I hear that a crystal can be found on the continent to our north. Restoring light to the crystals is our only hope of ridding the world of the monsters which plague it. I will have this bridge to the north rebuilt, as I promised. I pray that you succeed in restoring light to the 4 crystals and to the world. This lute has been entrusted to the princesses of Cornelia for many generations. When he abducted me, Garland took this lute as well. I want you to have it. It may aid you on your journey. The dancing girl in town knows many odd bits of information. If you find yourself astray, try talking to her. She may know something that can put you back on course. Sarah's thoughts are always with you. The Warriors of Light. I can't thank you enough for saving Lady Sarah. So now we're really popular. I've been assigned the important task of defending Castle Cornelia. To be honest, I'm a little nervous. See what the Queen has to say. I don't know how I could ever thank you for rescuing Sarah. Great. Glad I could help. My sister's back, and it's all thanks to you all. I could just kiss you. Mwah! He's nervous too. The guards are nervous. So this is a new cutscene. Before, the bridge just appeared. Orders from His Majesty were to do our part to fulfill Lucan's prophecy. Beautiful. What does this bridge have to do with the prophecy? The 4 Warriors of Light are here. They're here at Cornelia. Alright. I got a little bit of money for beating up Sir Garland. I'm going to stay at the inn. Pleasant dreams. Again, in the original, this was just a menu screen. But now you get a whole little cutscene. So why are you still here? Weren't you supposed to be crossing that bridge to the north? You must really want to dance with me. Hee hee. So I think now she gives you tips on where you're supposed to go in case you forget or you're lost. Before, I think she just told you she was Erelon, the dancer. Alright, we're going to buy a couple antidotes just to have on hand. I'm going to get a tent. And some potions. Alright. Let's mosey. I'm going to do one thing. I'm going to call it here soon in a bit. That was always the worst part of watching my dad play, was when it was time to stop. But I do want to do this last thing. Well, okay. This last thing after this battle, of course. I don't know if that worked. I guess it doesn't matter. I probably didn't need to do that. Okay. This last thing. I love this song. And so their quest began. As the 4 Warriors of Light, they felt overwhelmed by the great task destiny had placed before them. They did not even know the true significance of the 4 crystals they held in their hands. The crystals that once, long ago, held a light that shone so brilliantly. The time for their journey had come. The time to cast off the veil of darkness and bring the world once more into the light. And we're gonna call it there. This was fun. We'll do it again.